on just for a quick minute to swatch metallic chalk markers. So I have a set of these, actually, believe it or not, of 4 white markers, and then I have these that are metallic. So right now I'm just gonna swatch these. So, and I have them and the white ones because I had actually purchased the the oil-based paint markers by this same company. So yeah, which I believe I swatched in a video. So let's go pull all of these out. They're 1 millimeter extra fine tip. Oops, I have all of that. One more. Let's see, what does this say? Okay, so pick a marker to use, shake well with cap on, and painting until what? And painting upright. Remove cap. Okay. Push tip slightly to release pressure. Note nibs are dry when they first arrive. Follow step 4 to get the ink flowing. Press pen tip, and I should have my glasses on. I have a pair here. If I do, I don't see them. Okay, anyway. To get the ink flowing, 1 to 3 minutes. Okay. Start writing. Push down the pen when you need extra ink. Recap tightly after use and store in horizontal position. Laying down. Okay. To wash off, you must use a wet cloth or Windex. And these are erasable on non-porous surfaces. So any surface that things don't soak through, you can erase them. So it says glass, mirrors, ceramics, plastic, and then it says it's permanent on porous surfaces, wood, painted walls, paper. Okay. So let's try these out. That's this little card in here. Get started with chalk markers. Those are the different tips that they have. And I guess people usually use these, like, if you work at a any kind of like restaurant or anything like that, and they have the little boards up there, they use these, which I wasn't aware of until I was looking for the oil-based markers. So, wide range of colors, if you can see there. Let me get my focus right. Sorry about that. Isn't this working? There we go. So, they're just showing other things they have. Okay, so let's watch. They're talking about sealing the surface here. So they're giving you extra information. Okay, here we go. Which way are we going to start? Arrange my markers. Let's see. I was just going to record this video, but I was having some issues with trying to do that. They weren't major, but they were just annoying enough to me where it's like, oh, brother, just go live. So here we are. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to try these out on both black and white paper because I actually have a coloring page out of a coloring book that I've been working on, and I keep wondering what to do with the background and thinking about options. And I thought, well, let's see how these markers are. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with these. So let's see. How do I want to do this? So, okay. Oh, I gotta shake. I wonder if I should shake them all up first. I don't know. Instead of, I wonder if you can shake more than one at a time. Is that possible? I should try and do that. I see some. Good morning, Taylor. Good morning, Bayou Gold. I'm gonna try and do more than one at a time. Don't mind the sound. See if I can kind of expedite the process here. Oh hey, I'll do one on one and one on the other. How about that? I'm holding like both of them. Okay, something that I really that I said I was going to do today, and I actually just did one little step towards it. I want to paint with gouache today. That's what I want to do live, but yeah, I have to do that a little bit later because I still have to set up my desk, and I've been working on this Kirby page that I really feel like I want to try and finish. So, hey Jill, but I did make my concoction to keep my hemi gouache moist. I have distilled water, a few drops of alcohol. I put the few drops of alcohol in after I added essential oil, and I actually used rosemary just because it was closer to me. I have like a huge canister of I think it's like 16 ounces or something like that of clove oil, CLOVE. Um, but like I didn't feel like going to get my pipette and like get it open the thing, and I didn't feel like doing that. I usually make a like a kind of, it's a combination house spray disinfectant spray with the clove oil. I use like like 99% proof or overproof denatured alcohol with water. I think it's like a 70-30, 70% distilled water, 30% clove oil, something like that. And then yeah, I usually use that and I just spray around the house, especially because we had pets. And I mean, I'm just in this habit because like there's certain times of the year when like ticks will be that would be on them, and it's like we're not getting bit, none of that's going on. So in addition to their regular treating them, they always had their meds for that. But even though that keeps them from getting bit and getting heartworm or whatever, it doesn't prevent the ticks from being on them and then falling off of them in the house or whatever. Yeah, sorry, forgive me if you don't like bugs, because that's probably not a conversation you want to hear. And I don't like bugs either, so especially like in the house. So like I had to, things when I moved to the country, I had to get used to some things and find a way to deal with it. And what I deal with it is be spraying and cleaning all the time. But anyway, so that's why I would make that clove spray. And that's something also that I heard that people who travel will make that spray. because like if they stay in hotels or anything like that, so they don't have to, it gets rid of bed bugs. They don't want to be around that smell. And the nice thing about it is that that spray smells so good. My husband loves it. He loves when I do too, actually, because it just smells like cloves. It really has a nice smell. And people come in my house and says, "What's that smell? That smells wonderful." And it's my clove spray. That's all it is. Very simple. Anyway, okay, so back to swatching. See, this is why I didn't want to go live, because I thought I was going to be like doing all this extra talking that would be unnecessary. But now, something I noticed, they don't have a white, well, because they're metallics, I guess. So I guess it is good that I got those white markers. Okay, so now it says press this way. Still shaking more. I don't know. More rather than, okay. Did more than 30 seconds of that. Push tip slightly to release pressure. I think that's like to give the air, to aerate it. Then press tip 2. Oh, okay. I'll just say up and down. Come on, Nelly. There we go. Yeah, I want to see how it looks on white paper as well as black, because sometimes things won't show up on white paper. I've never used a chalk marker before. I didn't even know what they were a month ago, or a month and a half ago. So, okay, so let me do this. Ooh, very vibrant. It's not bad on this either. It has a shimmer on both. Did my book come with the color and their name of your markers? Oh, this is just what do you call it? A sketch pad or drawing pad that I have, that I got. Just a black drawing pad by Canson. Yeah, that's all that is. Because I like I said, Amazon Prime days, I ain't doing no Prime. I'm probably gonna use that as days that I don't do any shopping anywhere. Because like I went on a whole black paper binge like a couple weeks ago, and then I just bought pre-gessoed canvas, and like to kind of make it like a bigger order, no shipping or whatever, cheaper shipping. I added watercolor brushes to it. Um, I don't know. I just been buying all kinds of stuff. Where did I? But these are my other. These are the Karen Dash Neocolor One metallic crayons that I recently got. Yeah, I put those there because I'm using this um pad partially, this pad of paper, partially to swatch anything that I have, that's any pigment um tool I have that is metallic. So yeah, so I did that. That was me. I think I did that on a live, but I can't remember which one, and I've been really bad about marking, putting in the details on my lives and things lately. But do I need a bigger? Oh, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. And it's kind of like I just want to know. I'm doing it on white paper just to know that they show up on white paper, because you know how I am. I'm just a swatch sheets, like they don't work for me. But for the metallic thing, it will. For on black, it does, because that's not something I'm familiar with. Usually with my metallics, I'm not willing to I don't really want to. be daring with them, you know. Okay, so here's the black. It's kind of like a slate gray. And I need to make sure I put them away after I swatch them so I know, or something. Okay. Oh, girl. I can show you some of the first things that I did with that, with the acrylic markers. I think it's only been like a year that I've been working with them. I just was insistent on it, and I bought like a few. I think I bought 3 different kinds, and then yeah, I did. I made some messes. You just get better with them as you use them because let me tell you, like, yeah, I've made some, yeah, pretty ugly things, and still, I have one picture that like I worked on maybe like 4 months ago, and that I still need to recover from what I did to it with the acrylic markers. Um, One thing I don't know if they still have them, but the let me see, um, and they're all kind of different. So I don't know. I probably should do a video on all the acrylic markers I have, but these have a fine tip. Now they don't come in this kind of box anymore. Um, but and this is why I say a lot of times I look to see if it's dual tip now because I really like having options. So a lot of times if it's not dual tip, I'm kind of hesitant about getting it because I want options. So like how this one shows if you can see that, that's the tip one side, that's a fine tip, and what everyone says is fine and extra fine, it seems to be like I don't, it doesn't feel like there's um any consistency there as far as how it works for you. But it's like the millimeter might be the same as they're saying, but it really depends on the shape of the tip more than just whether it's, you know, fine or broad or chisel. A lot of times it depends on the shape of the actual tip, whether you can really get the kind of line out of it that you want. So, so this has like a brush tip, and it's kind of a shorter brush tip. Um, and then this is the other tip, and yeah, and now the this tip on these, what do you call it? I can't even know what it's called. I don't even know what it's called. My gravies have a tip like this as well, but is shaped different somehow, which like I can show you one. And so that's why I don't feel bad about buying so many acrylic markers because they really, there's no consistency really with how they are as far as how they'll work for you. Now it looks the same, but my effect in using them, they don't work the same. Like this one's a little fatter and shorter, and this one is longer and almost has more of a, looks like it has more of a like slope or whatever to it. So I don't know if you can see that. Maybe we should go that way. That's darker. Yeah, see, and that's what I've been a lot on the search for is a thinner tip, and it's been hard to find. Um, and then the ones that I really like that really do have that super super fine tip, I cannot. They keep saying currently unavailable. It said currently unavailable for like months. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get them again. It's this one. And if you notice like how that the end of the tip is also angled, so that actually gives you more options for getting that really fine line. I don't know if you can see it too much on that one. I may have smashed it down too much. I really use these a lot. These are my favorites. Um, and these are the ones, this is the finest tip I have in any of my acrylic markers. Although, like, of the that you have to shake and, I don't know, the smaller ones, they might have a finer tip too, like this, but the flow on those is not as good as this. I don't really have to worry about these blotching out on me like sometimes the smaller ones will. They'll just dump out too much paint. These don't do that to me. And so, yeah, so I just keep looking to see, like, are they available now? Are they available now? And they're kind of like even the outside of them is really generic. So it's like, I don't know, it's really weird. But if they come back available, I will let you know. I'll probably post something on my wall, but also I'll make sure I let you know because those are really, I love them. And they are dual tip as well. And they're dual tip. Like, I do use the other side, but I mostly use the fine tip side because I love it so much. But, here's the other side is like a bullet point, which is nice if we have big, thick spaces to work with. Yeah, those are the Arctics, and they still the packaging is different. Oh, excuse me, but it says 1.9 millimeter fine tip. Okay, so that's what you want to take note of. That has a 1.9 millimeter fine tip, and that has a 3.2 millimeter brush tip, and it has 32 colors. So yes, I would recommend them. I would buy them again. It's just I want that pointier tip like I have in that other one. And these, they don't have the pointy tip like this one does, which I love. But they're still good. Okay, so let's continue with swatching. I think it's raining outside. I don't know. Sun's shining. It's raining. I don't know what the heck is going on today. It really like drastically cooled off yesterday, and it felt like early spring. It was really weird. It was like in the 60s. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Let's do the browns. Aerate. These have a nice point on them, actually. Ooh, that came out a little. It's not. It's really like wet. Where's the metallic? What color is this? Metallic what? Okay, now they don't even have a name on them. I hate that. No name. Wow. There's some metallic. Ooh, it's getting all over the place. Wow. Huh. Man, that one's vicious. Okay. It's so wet. It's not, can't see the color. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do this. Ugh. Okay. Oops, I forgot to do that. It's weird. There we go. Another thing about acrylic markers, they differ from brand to brand and whatever version from each brand as far as whether they'll lay down a like if you're trying to cover a line or cover a space or cover something that's underneath it on the page. Some of them you have to keep going back and covering it. Some of them you have to wait for it to dry and then go back to try and cover it again, and then wait for it to dry, go back to try and cover it again. Some of them you might be able to cover it like just if the first layer didn't cover it, you might still be able to like put more on there while it's wet and get it to cover it. And then there's others of them that like they'll just cover right from the beginning. You don't have to keep going over it. Um, Maybe I need to do a video on acrylic markers because in my mind, I know I like when I'm coloring, I know which one to go to do that, but like to think of it to say it, I can't quite do that. It won't come out right. But yeah, I think it was kind of like, well, that's been a part of what I've been learning is that all acrylic markers are not alike. And so it really was a good thing that I bought different types because each of them works differently. Ooh, this don't want to come out. Keeps sounding like it's doing some kind of torrential rain or something outside. But I look out the window and it's like, no, it doesn't look like it's doing that. Ooh, that's nice. Let's see if I have any metallic on this. They're supposed to be metallic. Maybe they're only metallic on white. Okay, because I see a shimmer in this one now, but I don't see it when I look at the black. And I don't see a shimmer in this one at all. Let me try this again. Okay, it's coming out better now. I'm going to do this one again. So, yeah, it's this one. So also let me know what metallics are actually going to be metallic on black, so they don't pick the wrong one for the job. Because there's some pages in the Maria Troll books that are on black paper, and I'd like to try something different with the things that the coloring tools I have that don't that are, have glitter gold, or or that look better on black paper. I'd like to use those on those pages, but I got to learn how. Swatching up so I can see it. So I was saying the other day that I felt like baking, but like that was the wrong thing for that day because it was too hot. And I thought it was just going to consistently be hot. It's like, wow, it's cool enough now where I could bake. But I think they're saying it's supposed to go up to 78 today. So in that case, it wouldn't be a good day to bake. That's kind of, no. It's not as hot as it was, but it's still not. That's not baking weather. I gotta figure out how to do one of those. They have like those one cookie, one whatever recipes. Ooh, it's pretty, but it really like all came out. Those one single serving baking recipes for the air fryer. I need to do that because that wouldn't make the house hot. That would just cook. Okay. So that's changing. That's metallic. Looks like it's kind of separated though. You can see that. Okay. And I got a deal. Okay, now look at it. Oh, look at it on the white paper. Okay, I think these things are made mostly for white. They're not made for black surfaces. They're made for white backgrounds. So I'm glad I did this. And these have nice tips on them. The tips are really nice. They're bigger than my favorite acrylic marker, but they're still a nice tip. It's a nice size. But they don't give you that much in the... You don't get much ink for it. And like I said, I found these while I was looking for oil-based acrylic markers, which is like this one is my favorite. And oh yeah, look at that purple. Okay, yeah, that's nice. And I just figured I'd try them out because I didn't know what a chalk marker was. It's like chalk is chalk and markers are markers. What is a chalk marker? Now I know. I just wish they had more in them. That would be nice. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Wow. I've been up since like, I don't know, 5, I think. Just was one of them days. I went to bed. Did I? I went to bed at an okay hour. Wasn't early though. Want to get set up to use my gouache. Yeah, these. I think these are made for white paper because they don't really like. Some of them aren't doing too much on the black. I don't know if you can. I really suck at swatching and swatch videos, so just so you know, I don't like to swatch anyway, so I'll usually do it as I go along. As I'm working on something, I'll have a piece of paper on the side where I'll do quick swatches just to make sure. And I don't always do that. Sometimes I just take it and put it right to the paper and say, surprise! Whatever we get, we get. And then we'll match it up. But last night, yesterday afternoon, I don't know how I wound up in that Kirby book. I know why, because I was doing that one whip with the purple and the bats and the city in the middle. And I had to stop working on that because I just needed a break from it so I could have fresh eyes on it. And so I said, well, what else is in this book? Because I got, lots that I can do in here. What other whips did I have in there? And I saw this page that like I repeatedly said I didn't like. And all of a sudden it seemed like, let me work on this one. And I had different pencils. I used different pencils that I'd never used on it before. I used the Derwent Chromaflows. And I don't know, something started happening and I couldn't stop working on it. And that's actually the picture that I'm trying to figure out the background for. Okay, so verdict is I like the tips on these. Better to use on white background. You can really see the shimmer there. I still can't see it in this one. I wonder if I have to shake that up more. Can barely see it in the yellow too. What the heck? But I can see the yellow. I thought I could see the yellow on here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to shake them up more or something. So I'm not sure how I feel about these. Hmm. The green looks good. The blue, even though it seems like there's some separation there or something, I think I could do that one. And my lighting really sucks. I'm sorry. Turn that off. Excuse me. Oh, then that looks grainy. Oh, what? Why does that look so awful? I think it was better with the light on. Um, I can't do this whole. Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about them. Can't really get any good picture of it. But I can tell you the silver, yes. This one, kind of. This one, yes. Somewhat. This one, I don't know what's going on. I don't see any metallic on black. This one, I'm going to have to try again with that because I don't know. Green, yes. Blue, yes. Purple, yes. This color, yes. And the rose, I think so. But I gotta double check. Oh, and looks like it's still wet. Okay, so it doesn't dry fast either, so I'm gonna have to remember that. Hmm. Then on white, yes. I don't know. Have the shimmer. No, tiny bit. Not sure on this one either. Yes. It's more like a gleam. A gleam, GLEAM, rather than a shine. Um, this one, I don't know what's up with that. The yellow, I'm not exactly sure. The green, yes. The blue, yes. The purple, yes. This color, yes. And then, for some reason, the rose on this one doesn't show up as well as it did on the black paper. So I'm going to write some notes to myself on this just so, you know what I'm going to do? Let me cut this out. Hey, foot soldier, how are you? Block that candle. Where's my scissors? Because I need this comparison because and it's not going to be a perfect line, but I think I need to go figure out what I can bake in the air fryer. If I thought about it, I did get up early this morning, but if I had planned last night and says, okay, it's going to be cool in the morning, I'm going to get up and bake this, I could have done that, but that's too much like work. This is my vacation. I ain't want to. I want to do anything that feels too much like work I don't want to do. Work I want to do, yeah, I'll do that. Which I have been doing this morning. Some organizing and stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to tape this on here just so I know what it is. And I can do that comparison and I can remember that, yeah, some of these are kind of funky. They're not giving me what I want. Yeah, see, they're still wet. I gotta write that down on there too, because that's kind of annoying. Okay. Clean. How do I do that? These are Chalkola. Okay. Yeah, because I need to remember this. Because we test these other colors. I'm doing good. I think I'm still trying to wake up, even though I've been up for like, what, 5 hours? But. Do, 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 do. Maybe I'll color. Oh, I found, and I can't close this now because that is wet. Huh. So I think I may color for a little bit. Maybe somebody can give. Maybe one of you can give me a suggestion for what color background or what to do with the background on this page. This is from. No, this is Kaleidomorphia. I don't know. All of a sudden, I decided to go to that page. This book. I don't know, for whatever reason. I just felt like it. Put the overlay on. I guess I'll stay on a little bit since I am on. Um, so I really do have a lot of pages to finish. Well, I have some pages that I started that I need to finish. I really don't like this page. Ugh. I think that's too close. You can't see it. Let's change this page. I don't like this page. Ooh. But anyway, that's not the one I was talking about. Where is it? Okay, so this is the one I was working on the other day. Oops, we got pencils flying. And I finally, like, I was on a roll and I just kept going. I had those color pencils out and they were really working good on this, so I just kept going with it. I don't know what is up with that gleam. Can I move this? I'm gonna move this so it doesn't do that. Now I don't know. Sorry for the bad lighting. What if we do this one? Is that better? No middle? Okay. So, so I just started filling it out. I did purple and red up here. I did yellow and red. Actually, I went in first and did red in these little hole things, and I added the yellow. And then I decided to do the purple up here. Just kind of varied it. Then I extended purple down here and added red to here. I don't know. I may do more with this section. I'm not sure what. Um, I'm almost thinking of doing some white outlining, like with a Posca pen or something in here. I don't know. I'm waiting for something to come to me about it. I kept this part green. And I added some green into just a little bit into this side. And I'm trying to give it, like, have it somehow, like, have that cohesiveness of color. These guys, what did I do? I actually went in with, like, a weird color, brownish gray or something, and started doing some of the, I don't know, what do you call it? Contouring, shading, whatever. Not a lot, just enough. I was trying to make it look, I don't know, make it pop out somehow, because I'm not sure that I'm actually going to paint these, that I'm actually going to color these anything other than the color they are, which basically was, it was an Arteza brush pen, and it was gray, which comes out like kind of a grayish green. Um, I don't know why, but I kind of like them just like that. I don't really want to color them anymore. So I have one thing to do over here. Oops, something to do there. And I ended off like I did this with the purple, and I still have to figure out, like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, it still has, like, just the first layer of pencil on it, so I have to do that. This is way more than I ever thought I would do with this picture, because this was not one that I thought I wanted to color ever. And I feel like I'm kind of growing as a colorist, because I never would have No, this was not on my list of things I wanted to color. But finding my way about it's like problem solving. I feel like a lot of this coloring is like problem solving, figuring out how you're going to approach something. So, forgive me for my lack of eloquence today. I think my part of me is still asleep. Okay, now why can't I find these pictures? Why am I having such a hard time? Okay, so this is where is it? Okay. I did not like this page, but I had started it. And I think, sorry, the camera's going all over the place. And I just couldn't stop working on it yesterday. And I thought, you know what? One thing I thought of was that one thing you don't know how to do the see-through thing or whatever with like the wings. So I thought, well, you don't like this page, it doesn't matter what happens to it. Try that with it. And so I did. And I think I kind of did it. And so I'm going to keep trying to do it. And let me know what you think. But that's where I tried to make it see through, like you can see through the dragonfly's wings. And so like there's some there and some there. And really all I did was go lightly. I did white colored, well, I had a little bit of blue in this too, because I wanted to have the wings tinged blue. So I very lightly did some blue, and I did white colored pencil over the whole thing. I actually had added a little more blue after, up, around the wings. But then in the section that it was over something that was behind it, I took the pencils that I used to make what was behind it, and I just colored very lightly over it. And that's how I did that. And I was like, whoa, did I do that? It takes me a while for things to sink in my head, but once I get it, then and start doing it, then it's like, okay. So I'm just going to keep practicing that, and I think that might be the way that I need to approach that page in Mythographic Aviary. The book right here. I did once upon a time. Oh, yep, it's right there. Oh no, that's not it. Oh, see, this is a book with some of my. No, that's not it. I know it's here somewhere, but it's not coming to me right now. But that page in Mythographic Aviary where there's the water coming down. Why does this seem like my thing keeps going out of focus? Huh. But anyway, I feel like that's how I might need to approach that page. Like there's like these posts or something that are there on either side of the bird, and then there's also water that's coming down. So I think I need to approach it kind of like this. So that I yeah. So I have that brewing around in my head. Um, but I'm trying to figure out a background for this, and I don't know what color to do. And like at Mary's channel the other night when she was saying like we were agreeing that we always seem to go to the same colors for the background, and like trying to think of something different. It's always yellow, purple, light purple. Um, I always tend to seem like I do yellow, gold, blue, like a light blue, medium blue, or purple, like lilac or something. Um, and I don't want to do that. But maybe I should do more with the background than just do a plain background? I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm thinking about it. But I really feel like I really do need to do the background. And then I also, because like some stuff is like, I don't know, I went kind of out of the line on some things or whatever. And also because what's on the page next to it has kind of come off on it. So now I kind of need to cover up where that happened. And this is the other page, which like I still haven't finished. But I don't know how to finish it right now. Um this is where I was trying something different, trying to go out of the box. Um and I like it, but like every move I'm afraid, oh, you're gonna mess it up. It's like maybe you should just call it finished the way it is. Um yeah, so I have to be concerned also about whatever I put on this page rubbing off on this page, which is kind of why I'm starting to like PDFs more when coloring, because I have to worry about that. But so ooh, that makes it really dark in here. I don't know what's going on with the light. I gotta go check the weather and see what the heck is going on. Something's weird outside. It's doing something weird. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna head out, go run around the house, check the weather, and get myself set up for some gouache too. I gotta do that. So thanks for joining me. Sorry for my kind of disjointed whatever. My disjointed swatching and things. Um, and I will see you all on the YouTube streets. Oh, by the way, Jill, I looked up Animal Kingdom, and I actually like see it because I was watching it on Amazon Prime. I haven't watched an episode since three since 2. I finished watching episode 2, and I and maybe some of 3, but not all of it. So now I have like 3.5 seasons of it I can watch. So that's what I'm going to be watching. Um, and I'm excited because I really liked that show. So um, then I also found out yesterday that 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 show, My Strange Addiction, which like was my guilty pleasure to watch that show, was really interesting to see what kind of things people were doing. And there's one woman who was eating her mattress, like she would take the stuffing out of her mattress and eat it. She'd be out in public somewhere, and it would be she'd have some of it in her purse, and every once in a while she'd just take it out and eat it. I mean, I know that's not nice to laugh at her, but it's really interesting what some people do. And so they actually have a My Strange Addiction update season, so you can see like how people would manage, like, stopping that addiction or whatever. So I'm also going to watch that. So I do have something I can watch on television for a change now that the Wheel of Time is gone. So anyway, that's it for me. Blah blah blah. Y'all have a good rest of your day. See you on the YouTube streets. Bye bye.